man, how you guys doing? And somebody communicated in reference to one of the Asian girls I used to date in Pasadena, California, that my mother possibly owned an apartment complex near there. I don't know if my mother owned the one that she lived in or not, but somebody communicated that Mao had been to the apartment there in Pasadena, possibly. I'm not sure. But can anybody look up the information about which person was blocking me from the condo that my mother had set up for me in Pasadena, California? You know, my mother, Doris Duke, had set up a condo for me to live in Pasadena, California, I guess. And, but these other Asians was possibly blocking me from the apartment. I'm not sure who they were. And they even said that somebody communicated that David was working with these Asians that had blocked me from the apartment condo building that my mother owned. And my mother had placed a Mercedes car there or something for me to drive. Is it the California government that was blocking me from the condo? Because I never got the keys to it. So if anybody wants to do a news report on that, if there was an Asian that was blocking me from a condo or apartment or property that my mother had set up for me in California, or if it's any Asians blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. Now, I have friends that are Asian, but the thing of it is I'm not sure which Asians are tied in with what other Asians. So I'm not sure who's friends or which people will be friends, because I'm the same person that I've always been, you know. So in reference to these people hitting me in the teeth, people violating my anatomy, people damaging things with satellites, they're still hitting me in the jaw right here all the time. They're making some type of fucking faggot shit, teeth chattering shit going on. They're fucking hitting me in the jaw. Can you hear it? They're pushing in. You see how this is all smashed in right here? So in reference to if it's a German, Middle Easterner, or Asian man that's doing this shit, there needs to be court cases immediately. They've been hitting me in the face on this side for a long time. They've caused damage there. It's not part of the Royal Protocol protection document of my identity, so whoever's doing it has to get prosecuted. No fucking matter what. See, there's a document of my identity that is a blueprint of my anatomy, which documents my whole anatomy. And these people was trying to make themselves famous by scarring and injuring parts of my body, which they thought would make it into the media. They thought it would make it into the entertainment industry, but it does not. They're causing hiccups. Only the scars that I've had from when my parents was alive. And in reference to the Treasury, they know this information. That, you know, the birthmarks that they had burned off have to be put back on there. They're not back on there yet. So obviously, I don't know if they were trying to put skin bleaching in the water or whatever they tried to do, or whatever they done with the birthmarks there. They've been burning my face for over 22 years trying to steal my identity. Now, I guess some people say, well, there's some Asians that are good and some Asians that are bad. Some people that are friendly, sometimes some of them that are not. Like, I don't know what Asian restaurants Mao owns in America, but I don't go to any Mao's restaurants in America, so people need to be aware of which restaurants in America, if Mao owns any restaurants, because I don't want to go to any of those. So in reference to, I don't know if the Chinese emperor owns any restaurants. Or my mother and father possibly had some Asian restaurants too, so you might want to look that up. And I don't eat German food or Middle Eastern food either, so, you know. I don't know why the Mexicans haven't sued any of these Asians if they've tried to hurt me or they tried to damage my face and teeth, because, you know, I own farms in Mexico that my father owned, you know. They're not, you know, they're pretty decent sized farms, but, you know, I'm the owner of them. And my father had Asian history, and my mother had Asian history and family history, and Italian and French history too. So, in reference to whoever this Asian man is, they keep claiming there's some German Asian man that works for the government that has tried to murder me in Indiana. And he's one of their satellite controllers, and he's tied in with the Bush or Clinton administration. Well, I'm not tied in with any of them, and I'm not tied in with that Asian either. So any Asian conspiring against me can get deported. Any German conspiring against me can get deported. My parents was two of the largest landowners in America, so I'm not friends with any mean people or abusive people. All the companies of my mother and father, they always meet the wage requirement. So in reference to anybody talking shit about my family owning a lot of businesses in America, those people need to get ordered into court. That satellite man's still hitting me in the teeth, Supreme Court. See, don't forget, all these people that's terrorized my life are all these people that tried to steal from my family. Never had nothing to do with nobody's tricks or games. And when they do this to my teeth, when they push my jaw over like that, that's when the teeth make that noise. And they're pushing and smashing in here. So in reference to Asian friends that are not tied in with Mao, how y'all doing? Or friendly people that are not tied in with the Nazi Party, how y'all doing? Or any people that are not tied in with Joe Biden or Barack Obama or Clinton or Bush. How's everybody doing that's not tied in with any of those people? I don't know if the Supreme Court's tied in with those politicians, but the courts of law are not political law, of which the Supreme Court is not supposed to be controlled by politicians or government. Neither is the Treasury. Those are separate entities of organizations. I don't know who Congress is working with or working against or working for, but I've been getting abused the whole time. So, in reference to Congress, I'm not sure what they have said to these people, or C-SPAN or ESPN or any of the networks or channels, but the satellite man's still terrorizing my face and teeth. I don't owe none of these people nothing. They're trying to steal what I'm the owner of. And that's a violation of deeds law. And all their names, whoever they are, have to be on record, and their family tree has to be on record. Whatever race these people are trying to steal from me. And the ones that are holding me hostage. They just hit me real hard right there. It's a it's $5 quadrillion lawsuit or something. These lawsuits are really big. Yeah, they try to damage teeth. That's like them trying to damage or trying to ruin a tooth. Messes up the facial structure of a person. You know that, right? And my face is historically documented. And all my teeth and all my roots, everything's healthy. They just damaged everything with their fucking satellites and their handheld devices and the sexual crimes of them trying to rape me. See, when they try to rape you, they fuck up your teeth. Now we need all that on record, date and time of every time they damaged my teeth. Obviously, they're doing it right now, and all these politicians are sitting there allowing the shit. I've had permanent scars from the government trying to murder me when I was a little boy. And there's court records that say they don't have a right touching me in the first fucking place. Why isn't the Treasury enforcing those laws against these satellite controllers? Or Congress, why aren't they enforcing them? Why isn't the military? Why isn't somebody that claims to be a representative of the American government? Why aren't they fucking stopping them? Need some answers.